men judge themselves in the mirror. Women judge themselves on Instagram. So when you look in the mirror, you see what you see. And you say, okay, I'm good here, I'm good here, I'm good here. I can be better there, whatever, whatever. It's more realistic. It's not always realistic, but it's more realistic. Women judge themselves off of other women and what they think men like. This dude did a video one time. And he asked like a shit ton of women, do you think men prefer natural or BBL? Of course, 99.9% of the women said BBL. Most of the men said natural. And we know this is true. But women think we like that. They don't understand. It's like, and I told a chick this one time, like it's like this. Even if you drive a Lexus and you drive by a Mercedes dealership, you still gonna look and see what they got on the lot. But you love your Lexus.
Right.
You chose a Lexus. You went and bought a Lexus. But if you pass by a Ferrari dealership, you be like, oh, I got new Testarossa out there. Okay, cool. You gonna take a look.
I think that's an insecurity because you change.
Hell yeah, it's an insecurity.
I think so.
Yeah. What's up, fellas?
You know, cooling.
Chilling. So we gonna get into we'll get into an interesting topic today. I feel like it's something that we need to talk about a little bit more, both men and women, and that's confidence versus insecurities, and then the comparisons between the two, and how do you build confidence, and what builds insecurities, and what builds confidence. Mm-hmm. So Charles, so tell me this: was there a point in your life to where you felt that you weren't confident?
Absolutely. And it can come from a lot of different things. Obviously, I play sports. Anyway, I know everybody don't play sports, but anybody that plays sports, I'm sure has had a period in time where you didn't feel confident. Maybe you wasn't making the plays, or depending on whatever sport it is, it just wasn't going your way, and you kind of question like, damn, am I really good? Like, we go through slumps. But in other aspects, just in like general, just being a man, with my weight, perfect thing. I use my weight. Again, most of my life, I've been pretty fit, pretty in shape. But then I kind of hit a point where, I wasn't in the best of shape, and I was struggling to kind of get that back. I'm still struggling to kind of get that back. I'm working on it. We're getting there. But it definitely knocks your confidence a little bit, because sometimes, whether we should or shouldn't do it, it's just a reality of life. Sometimes our confidence is attached to our physical, right? And it shouldn't be that way. If you're a good person, you this, you that, you should be confident, which I am. Now, I'll say this. Overall, in total, I've never really had an issue with confidence. I've always been a pretty confident guy, just in total, and I kind of portray that. But personally, yes, I've definitely had some confidence issues with certain things, not being in my peak health, peak shape, like I would want to be or should be, or whatever, and just things of that nature. Yeah.
So, do you feel like not during the time period when you said you were not as confident, did you feel like that initiated the start of some insecurities that led into your adulthood, I guess?
Probably. I'm sure. I probably couldn't articulate one right now, but I'm sure, because just like we talked about with trauma, sometimes things affect you. You don't even realize that it affects you until later on. But I will say this, like, again, just using myself and health with my son, like, I'm super, super conscious about what he's doing, what he's eating, making sure he's getting active or whatever, because I don't want him to ever fall into that path. Like, I want to make it a habit now. Like, nobody made it a habit for me as a child to eat healthy, do this and do that. You let kids be kids. Like, no, I want to create a structure for him so that he can maintain, good health from day one and continue through life. So he don't have to go through struggle. He don't have to get knee injections and all this kind of stuff, to deal with certain things that come along with weight gain and not managing your body and your health properly. So I don't know if it's an insecurity. I guess in a way it kind of is, but I'm definitely very thoughtful about that.
Right.
So so with that being said, do you think that there's a point to where people can overcome all of their insecurities, or do you feel like people will always have some sort of insecurity about them, even once they fix one? Do you think others tend to arise?
For most people are always going to have insecurities. For me, I'm conscious of it and I think about that kind of stuff. So I think when you're at a certain confidence level, you don't really have insecurities as much. It's just more figuring stuff out. Like even if it's something you don't know, you're confident in yourself that, I'll figure it out. But just speaking like the average person, I think people will always have insecurities because there's always something out there better. There's always a better car. There's always a better looking dude or a better looking woman or whatever. So if you're the type of person, which again a lot of people are, most people are, if you attach your confidence to material things and all that kind of stuff, then you're never gonna be happy. You're gonna be insecure to the day you take your last breath because there's always something better. But me, I'm not that much of a material person. Like I'm confident in the stuff that I have. I don't really look at what other people have. So I don't think I have a ton of insecurities. And again, in general, overall, I'm a confident person. So I don't think that's really so much of an issue for me. But they're definitely still there. Everybody's going to have, one or two here or there. But I don't know if it really affects me like that. But I just, again, speaking on most people and, because a lot of people tend to put their confidence into material stuff and what they have. Like people, I always use this example. Like if somebody got on an ugly shirt and you said, "Man, bro, that shirt ugly." I'm like, "Bro, this is a Gucci shirt." It's like, I don't care. It's an ugly Gucci shirt. Bro, this shirt cost $300. Okay, that's an ugly $300 Gucci shirt. But they feel like because I have this on, so yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this question. Do you feel like people try to compensate for their insecurities?
For sure. But it's hard for me to speak on that because you know how I am. Like I was taught, one thing I'm not lacking is confidence. Like my confidence, I get called cocky often and I say thank you. Because I know I'm not cocky, and then y'all know me. I'm a very humble person, but I'm confident in myself. Like that's just the way it is. And even like you mentioned sports, man, I may play one bad game. After the game, I'm still good. I know what I can do. I just had a bad game.
Right.
Next game, I'm cutting up. So I always had I don't know if I wasn't even raised that way. I just came out that way. Like I believe in me, and if it's something, even if it's something, most people they don't be confident in new things. I'm about to research this. I'm about to study it. I'm about to practice it. Although it's brand new to me, I'm about to go give it my best shot. Right? Let's say I don't do good, or I sucked bad. Like this podcast stuff, being on camera, this is new for me. It has never shook my confidence though. You know what I speak off camera. I speak some hard truth, and that's where the confidence lies. So being on camera, I'm not confident about it. I'm very secure within it. It's just new. But every time I get back on this mic, I swear I'm not thinking, "Oh man, I'm not confident," or "I'm insecure, afraid to get here," because I'm not. That just never worked for me. And the same for insecurities. We always joke at the gym rating each other or women rating women. They say, "Well, Rod, what do you rate you?" Don't ask me that. Shit. You ask me, you talking about what me, Roderick, rates me? Shit. get off the fucking charts. Like, and I mean it. Me and Tracy have debated this. Come on, you just saying that. No. No, I swear to God, on my children, to me, shit, I'm a bad motherfucker.
Nah, look, let me tell you what
To
he
me.
did.
Now, to other people, I might be ugly as hell, but to me, shit.
We had a debate about that. What would you rate yourself? And we surrounded by women. It's us two and a bunch of our female clients. They asked him, what would he rate himself? He said, shit, a 10. And so we were going around, we were rating each other. So then the women went, you know what I mean? It's about 3 or 4 of them. And literally, you would hear, oh, I feel like I'm a 6. Oh, I feel like, I'm a 7.5.
Charles, might I
I feel
add,
like I'm a 5.
when these young ladies watch this, 3 of them, one of them is a 10. The others are strong 9s and 8s. And they are rating themselves at 5s.
5, 6.
It was
7s.
one time Tracy went there. I stopped the whole session. I called Tracy. I was like, Tracy, this motherfucker. I was mad. This motherfucker say she a 5. Like, I took it personal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, but that goes back to they're rating themselves within that lower level and really and truly, we can't even say a 7 and an 8 is low. That's not, to me, that's not low.
No.
That's average. That's actually above average.
That's above
above average.
Yeah.
5 or 6
average.
would be average. So I get their point of saying that, but do you think that they don't think as highly about themselves as maybe you would because maybe their confidence level isn't where yours is?
I mean, I think most people, and it's crazy, I can be honest, when we speak this is all honesty. Most people look at others and that's what they judge themselves off of. All the good Lord gave me is this. I have no competition with no one except the me 3 years ago. And then the me prior to this. Even when I played sports, it wasn't about this team being ranked here. Hey, last game you had 3 touchdowns, 200 yards. If I got 4 touchdowns and 200 or better the next game and we lost by 50, guess what? I'm good. Like, I did the best I could, and I did better than I did before. But I think most people, they look into what society say is normal. Just like Charles, right? He said insecurity as he got older was his weight. Look, I embrace age. I embrace gray hair. I embrace, the dad bod, as some people call it, because here, he's not overweight. That's just a big fella. That's just a big man. Now, you go somewhere like where the Samoans at, he fit right in. Mm-hmm. That's just the way they are. So that insecurity was developed on something that he seen somewhere and said what he's supposed to look. Hell, them Samoans come out weighing 40 pounds.
Man.
They come out weighing 40 pounds. So I think most people, they get their insecurities from somewhere. I don't know why that never, I don't know. It just never, and like I say, it's one of those things my parents never really instilled in me. I don't know. I'm trying to really think, where did that come from? Because it's not a joke. I've been telling you that since.
Do you think that confidence starts and is developed within your childhood and adolescent years?
Absolutely, 100%. Even in our children, like Crew. Let me tell you this: you're gonna need 4 or 5 Red Bulls to keep up with that young lady when she get older. Her confidence is going to be out of the roof. She is fearless. Like, this little girl, she in her little head, she's a fucking savage.
Bro.
And that's going to carry on into her adult life. Because that's kind of how it started with me. It's like, this is a true story. I was 2 years old. My mom will tell you this. We was in some project apartments. It was rare where project apartment was 2-story. So we thought we were rich, though. But anyway, we got in a 2-story project apartment, and my 2-year-old little ass climbed up over the rail and just jumped off. Jumped off, bust my head. They had to care flight me to the hospital. I get out the hospital. Let me see if I can do this again and land on my feet.
Yo.
So to me, I'm like,
How old were you?
I was 2 years old. 2, maybe 3.
You remember?
Why
you,
am I picturing a little muscle-bound 2-year-old
Hey, you know
with
what?
braids?
You know what's crazy though? I had
like, what
at
in
the
the
time,
hell?
I got I think I can remember the whole scenery, but I think when I hit, because I hit head first, I blacked out, and they had helicopter had to come life flight me to the hospital. I can remember everything. I remember it clear as day. I remember the apartments. Before them, I forget the name of the apartment. We were living in. You remember Tiffany Place back in the day? We was in Tiffany Place, but that didn't scare me. I'm thinking, how can I execute this to where I don't hurt myself? My confidence still wasn't broken. It's like, I can do this. So I kind of think some people are just kind of born with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we get older, the men, women, anybody, as we age, I don't think we can accept the fact of getting older. We want to keep up with the young. I do not want to keep up with these young niggas, man. I'm an OG. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I keep up with me. And what's acceptable for me is what's acceptable for me. Like, I don't care what others think about me. And I think that's why my confidence the way it is. Like, I've had women, still to this day, oh, I don't like muscular man. I don't give a fuck. I like it. That's why I go to the gym every day. Like, I like it. I don't care what you like. You know what I mean? So it's women for sure. I think guys, well, I don't know these days. These fellas different, but for the most part, I think women struggle with it more than men, especially with social media and celebrities, the Kardashians, you know, stuff like that that's not realistic. And I think their brain knows it's realistic, but for some reason they still want to have that appearance. So that's where the insecurity develops.
You know, we have an unreachable standard in society. Like, people have set a false reality of a standard amongst everybody, both men and women. Oh, women got to be built this way. They got to look like this. They got to have a certain shape. They got to have a certain build. They got to be a certain color. Like, that's why you see all these BBLs, all these people getting their lips done, their face done. Guys even starting to do it now too. Right. Guys starting to get their stomachs done, to get abs drawn on,
calf
and
implants,
lace front beard,
lace fronts and all that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an unrealistic standard.
Now,
like, it got to
do
be
those
this way
things.
now.
Is that an insecurity though?
Hell yes, insecurity.
I think so.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I think it depends on the person. I would say this. I think most 80+% of the time is definitely insecurity. I think there are people out there that want to do certain things for themselves.
Right.
Like me. I used to dye. I used to dye my hair. But it had nothing to do with age. I don't give a shit about getting older. I didn't like my gray pattern. Like, it was weird. It was kind of like patchy and a little over here. So I dyed it until it started getting more consistent. So now that it's a little more consistent, I don't give a shit about it being gray.
But it wasn't an insecurity. It's just like,
Right.
I don't like the way this. I don't like the way it looks.
You're not doing anything cosmetically to permanently change your appearance.
No.
So really and truly, is that even an insecurity, or is that just a preference?
No, it definitely was a preference for me.
Yeah.
But for some people, it's an insecurity. They think, gray hair, oh my God, I'm getting old and this and that. Because like I said, overall, I've never had an issue with confidence.
Right.
And I think I agree with what you said earlier to a certain extent. It's not about competing with younger people for me. It's about competing with myself.
Yes.
Because I've always been able to do certain things. Like, I'll tell you, it was little things. Like, I remember one time we was kicking at my auntie house, and dude came through on the bike, and we was chilling, whatever. I said, man, let me ride that bike. So I went to go do a wheelie. And when I went up, I went straight 12 o'clock on my back. I ain't never dropped a wheelie before in my life. Like, I felt awkward even doing it. I'm like, man, this is weird. But then I'm not the kid, I'm not the person that I used to be. But I'm like, nah, I'm still good or whatever. And that's when I really started thinking about, like, damn, because my balance is off. I'm not used to being this big. I've been 250 my whole life. I ain't never been 290.
Right.
I ain't never been 320 or 350 now. So it's like I don't know how to even manage this weight. So that's where that come from. Like, okay, I need to get back down because when I was about 245, 250, that's when I felt like I was in my best physical shape for my height. So that's what I'm working towards. So it wasn't about, but you're right. A lot of people do try to compete with the older generations and women, especially women trying to keep up with the younger women and this and that. Like, nah, I don't subscribe to all of that. But for me personally, there are some things where I feel like damn, like I got to do better.
And
you feel kind of you feel a type of way, but that's why I say I don't know if it's an insecurity. Like I don't know how to classify it, but
now you saying that
definitely some things that you kind of think about. Like, man, I wish I could.
That's what you want. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It ain't like you insecure about the highest weight you've been. It's more of, man, I need to get back down to 240.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We got some people, and with what me and Tracy do, we train 95% women. And man, I hear some of the craziest insecurities, like hair. I got one class. You have great hair. Oh, it's too thin. Man, you look like Pocahontas. you have phenomenal hair.
Let's go deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you got a lot of these, or you have a lot of women who are smaller, petite women and swear they fat. They swear they will literally be 110 pounds, and they will be 110 pounds at 5'5". Now, for those of you who can paint that picture, that is a small, petite woman. They will look you in the face and try to pinch the most minuscule amount of fat and swear that they're fat and they need to lose 20 pounds.
You know what's crazy? I used to think they was just saying that shit like you just want to talk. I really thought that for years. I'm not talking about at the beginning of my career. For years, I'm thinking, man, they just complaining. But they really think that they're fat. And I remember I got cool with one smaller young lady. And, girl, she don't want to hear well, as long as, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Because anyway, she looked great. There was nothing fat about you at all. But she was insecure about her hair. Her teeth looked like a dentist commercial. Insecure about your teeth. Like your weight when you weigh really 110, 115 pounds. Do you think with reassurance you can restore her confidence? Or the answer I got was, well, I respect what you feel, but it's how I feel about myself. Can you tell someone how they feel about themselves is wrong? Because at some people with anorexic think they're fat. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, you're wrong. You're not fat. So can you tell someone and restore their confidence? Because sometimes your mind play tricks on you. You know, it's kind of like we was talking earlier. We got a young lady, 130 pounds, wants some Ozempic. You trying to disappear?
Right.
I'm serious though. How do you restore that confidence? You are not fat. And I get it's your body and it's what you want to look like. But as fitness professional, now this comes to a health point. You drop that much weight, this is not healthy for you no more. So how do you restore that confidence and help them realize, or you ever see the one that had a kid and got that little old skin flap? You're still 110 pounds. That skin flap did not make you fat. That's called your skin stretched out.
Right.
So how do you secure someone like that? How do you help them fix that insecurity, or is it impossible?
So I look at it a couple different ways.
Here come asshole and watch. He got a little devil and an angel over here.
I'm gonna go both ways on it.
I know it.
I'm gonna go both.
You are.
I'm gonna give you both. So there's one or two ways you can do that. Number one, you can reassure them. You could give them facts. You can state, you can explain the science behind this and, how your body works this way. You cannot change how they feel about themselves. That's like self-esteem. You can't change how someone feels about themselves. They have to find that within themselves. Now, you can reassure them, you can give them guidance. You can be like, hey, I'll help you through this. Listen, you are beautiful just the way you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are this. You start pointing out all of the positive things about them. You know what I mean? And try to just constantly just do that over and over again. Or you can allow them to find out the hard way. So say for instance that one girl who's 110 pounds feels like, okay, hey, I feel like I need to lose 10 to 15 pounds. And let's say, for instance, I tried that reassurance method. Let's say that didn't work. Okay. Lose 10 to 15 pounds and let's see how you look. Let them find out the hard way. Oh, I feel like my butt not that big. Okay, go get that BBL.
But what usually happens, though, because we get this all the time, too.
Oh, when they end up doing it, they hate it.
Yeah, they hate it every time.
They hate it.
What plants this in their head, though? Like, what makes... Everyone has their preference on how they want to
We're not just... This is men and women.
Right.
This is not just women.
But what makes who's, and I'm really asking this, like, I don't think, man, you ever got this deep into it, but where does you have an insecurity, or have you ever had one? So you kind of like me. I'm really curious, like, where does this come from? Who instilled this in your head?
All right. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
I used to get picked on for being short. Mm-hmm. And a lot of my jokes are very inappropriate. But there's certain things I can do that your big tall ass can't, nigga. I don't care about being short. You know what I'm saying? I've really never felt that before. Like, I never felt like I wanted to be something other than what I am. I'm cool with it. The young, the old, as long as I'm constantly improving myself daily, like, the gray, like you was like, I don't like the pattern. I got 2 gray hairs. I'm so happy. Like me.
Man.
Hey, I've been Tracy tells this. How long I've been telling you that?
This fool, this what he say.
Shit.
This fool do everything with a hat on.
Everything.
I'm damn near surprised he don't take a shower with his hat on.
I've accidentally done it before.
If he actually could, he probably would.
I've done it before.
He will literally take a shower, get out the shower,
Hat go on
change,
first.
and put his hat on.
Yes.
While he's sitting down chilling at the house.
Yes.
Why he does that, I have no idea. He literally said verbatim, I will stop wearing a hat when I get a head full of gray hair.
When I get a head full of gray
I will take my hat off.
It's gone. I can't wait. And I'm growing dreads too. Nigga, them hoes gonna be salt and pepper. Hey, look. Oh, but I've been telling Tracy that for years. You're like, man, do you have hair? Oh yeah. I got a clean, fresh ass tape up under back in the day, back under this. I just wear hats. But when that hair turned gray,
bro, this fool will go get a cut.
fresh.
A cut. I mean fresh. Lionel still got the white powder on and everything. And throw that goddamn hat on.
I know your boy would be mad.
Man,
Be mad as hell.
Every
Cause
family
make that
pictures.
make sense.
Like, bro, the
what you gonna get the cut
disrespect.
for?
You know what?
Or
Somebody
when you got the cut, why didn't you just get this cut? You could have left this alone. You just could have shaped
because
this
I
up
got my
and put the hat on.
because
That would have been
I
understandable.
can explain that. And I think, man, you talked about because this pisses him off.
Like what?
For me, my haircut is for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody else think about my hair. Like that's
How
for
the fuck
me.
is it for you if you don't ever get to see it?
I get a glimpse of it when I get out the shower.
What the
Look,
fuck
hey,
you
look,
doing that?
look, Tracy, when I get out the shower, boom. I saw it. That bitch was fresh. You know
Boy, the
now
back,
I say,
of, the back of
I
his
got a
neck
glimpse
still
of
be
it.
perspirating, boy. Before you put that goddamn hat back on.
See, and the thing, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Miss Susan. You know, I can't, because she been knowing me the longest. Miss Susan been training Miss Susan 16 years. She was like, Rob, why all these years I never saw your hair? And I said, why do you wear hats all the time then? Because I want to. Yeah. Like, some people think I had a big bald spot back here or something. No, I just like to wear hats. It's not insecurity.
That's just your preference? It don't have nothing to do with an insecurity.
Okay, let me be honest.
simply just
I'm
a
gonna be
preference of
honest.
yours.
And this is not gonna make sense to y'all, but because I'm gonna try. If my hat is forward, right? Anytime I have a forward, I wear them both, but usually it's forward. I've been told by clients, by a lot of people, that I have very intimidating presence, right? And my eyes are piercing. Like, it's always my eyes. I'm like, I be trying to hold them hoes different. Like, do I need to open them more? Like, what do I need to do? So when I was in, maybe, I think I was done with school, mid-20s, right? And I'm thinking, why everybody terrified of me? How can I solve this? Back then, the hat was always backwards, and them eyes piercing at you like, but everybody, niggas, women, are you mad? No. I guess my eyes look the same, whether I'm mad, happy, sad, I don't know. That's why I started wearing a forward hat. I never wore a forward hat back in the day. It's like, let me soften up these eyes, I guess, so this face can stop intimidating people. And then for me personally, it's like, how a kid got like a blankie or a teddy? That's how my hat is. It's like,
No, you fucking didn't.
no, I'm just saying. It's like, for me, I tell my daughter it's my like my cape, like Superman's cape. Yeah. It's my cape. You will see me doing a rep. That hat fall off, it disturb my whole rep. I would drop 150 pounds. Let me put my hat back on, because it just.
So that helps build your confidence.
Because I'm confident without my hat too.
It helps sustain your confidence.
I don't swim with a hat on.
But
I'm just saying.
This dude.
I'll be honest, I'm a little goofy. I don't fornicate with a hat on. If I take that
that's
hat
a
on,
lie. You told me that you did.
I have hair,
you
but
told
it's
me,
somebody
you
with my
told me
bill.
it's two things I keep on when I'm fucking: my socks
and my
hat.
It has happened. But the hat comes.
Hey, real quick, completely off topic, real quick. Just we're gonna answer real quick. Why do we keep our socks on when we fucking? Why? Why is that the only thing we keep on?
I knew we weren't gonna stay on topic.
No, I just need to know real quick. I'm sorry. I just need to know real quick. Why?
Know, bro. It's one of the
Why?
mysteries
It's
of
a
the
man
world.
thing. I swear to you, because all guys do it.
One of the mysteries of the world.
I never thought of it, but I can't think
I
of
can
a
tell
why.
you. I can tell you why.
Because they be sliding every
Man,
time.
look, I'm gonna tell you how I kind of feel about it. I'm not trying to. That should take too much time. It wastes too much time for me.
For your socks?
Yeah.
You just took everything off.
But look, everything else is quick. Sometimes I don't even gotta take that shirt off. Sometimes you could just hike that motherfucker up real quick, and
What kind of socks do you be wearing?
This nigga
I
got
wear
them.
long socks.
Hey, no, he got them.
Yeah, I got
He got them
my
bounce
socks be up.
socks with them sticky things at the bottom that keep you trash.
Nah, like they be wearing at the bounce houses.
Yeah, you got the bounce socks.
Nah, I wear the crew socks. Yeah, so I wear the crew socks, so they come up to a little bit above like my ankle. So like I just don't feel like just rolling them off. Like if they come off while I'm taking my pants off or my shorts off, all right, cool. But if not, I don't be wanting to waste that time. She's sitting there waiting. She ready. She got ready like a Little Caesars pizza, and I'm sitting here trying to. And then I gotta hold on. Let me get my socks. No, like I'm good.
I don't know.
And you know what's crazy? I ain't ashamed of my feet. I got nice feet. My toes look great. So
But that's even when I
feet
get out
don't
the
stink,
shower,
I'm
though. The
good.
socks do. I dry off. Them socks.
I don't like to have cold feet either.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's another thing. I don't like my feet to be cold either. Like like
Everywhere else can
That
be
don't.
cold.
Yeah,
but not
but
my,
not my
okay,
feet.
maybe that's what
Not
it
my
is.
feet.
Yeah.
Because you know what I do? Every night I go to sleep. I go to sleep with socks on. 'Cause I don't like my feet to be cold either. But at some point in the middle of the night, once I'm good, then I take them out. But see, my ankles ain't been covered since Kerry Kittles. Back in high school, you wear the long socks.
Yeah.
But ever since high school, I've been ankle socks. So it's easy. You just take your big toe, slide it in a poop. Take the other toe.
you know what's funny? I can't wear ankle socks. I have an insecurity.
Oh Lord.
You don't like your ankles?
Okay.
I have one.
What's the answer?
You got cankles.
And you know what? No, it's actually the exact opposite. I'm gonna tell, and it might not even be
You
an
got some
insecurity.
little ass ankles?
No, I actually got pretty decent sized ankles. Actually,
Okay.
I think I look funny in ankle socks because my calf's so big. You have never in your
never
life
saw my ankle socks.
see me wear ankle socks. I don't, because when I wear short, I wear them like if first of all, I don't even own a pair of ankle socks. Let's just be clear. I own like 217 all black Nike socks and maybe about 10 all white
I think
Nike
I've
socks
seen the
with
whites.
the black
Anytime
check.
he wear blue jeans shorts, you're gonna see the white ones. That's the
Yeah.
only time you gonna see
You
the
are
white.
That's
so
it.
fucking
That's
right.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
are
the only
so right.
time. Yeah.
That's it. So
Yep.
I think my calves are too big for ankle socks. If I wear shorts, any kind of shorts, blue jean shorts, basketball shorts, and I wear any shoes, if I have cut off socks and you can see my whole leg, I don't have little ankles or anything like that. I just think my calves are too
Insecurity
big
or
for
preference?
ankle socks.
Insecurity or preference?
I don't like the way my calves look when I wear.
So that's more of a
So,
preference.
I'm gonna
then.
tell you why. Because
Well,
with the
it
crew
could go
socks,
either way because you're insecure about your calves if your socks are not high.
yes, because I have nice calves. They're great calves.
So it's
Like I
not
don't
an
have little. I
insecurity
don't
then,
have
right?
little calves, huh?
So that falls in a preference order then, huh?
I think it may be a little bit of both.
Because if you think they're
I think
nice,
based on the insecurity, it became a preference.
You know what's so fucking wild? I am the complete opposite. That's one of the reasons why I stopped wearing long socks. Well, a couple of different reasons. Number one, I stopped wearing knee socks because getting them over my calves is a fucking problem. And then they wear out and they get loose and they start rolling. But even crew socks, I think crew socks don't complement my calves. I think ankle socks, because I like that long, that like a bat. Like they big up here and then they taper down into the ankle. And if you got on crew socks, it make them look bulky.
but see, I think
The
we still
calves.
talk.
The lower leg period.
But I think that's more preference and still from the shape of your calf. You don't have an insecurity of your calf.
Right,
You
right,
just
right.
have a preference on how they look with a particular.
So that
something
goes back
on.
to the point of you're not insecure about why you wear a hat. It's just your preference.
Yeah, that's
to
what I
wear a
was
hat.
saying. It's
So
not-
do we
yeah.
need to learn how to differentiate the two?
Here,
Yes.
I was just about to say.
Yes.
So here's the difference. Here's the difference. If you wore ankle socks one day, do you think that you would be thinking about that all day?
All day.
That's
Yes,
insecurity.
insecure. Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, that's
I would be
insecurity.
thinking like,
Yeah.
God damn, people probably looking like, God damn, why his calves
Well,
so
you
big?
know what? Now that you said it like that,
I swear I would.
I
I'll be
would
so
not be able
subconscious
to
about
go a
that.
whole day without my hat.
That's insecurity.
So there's different types of insecurities then. Because in my
Yeah.
head, insecurity is like you uncomfortable with how it looks or you won't care about what other people think it looks like. I don't. I just like to wear my hat, but I for sure cannot make it a whole day without this. It's been times I go to the store or something and I left it. Usually I got a backup or two in the truck, but want to be in a gym bag, want to be in my backpack. I left that one on. I would turn around and go get my hat. And even when this,
That's definitely insecurity.
but the crazy part, I don't have no issue with my hair, my head, you get what I'm saying? My brain tells me insecurity is something that either you don't like or you think others gonna like, so you try to hide it. That's not my case. I
Right,
just
right, right.
really like. I got an attachment to it. I think
Right.
it's more of an attachment than an insecurity. You get what I'm saying?
So, okay, we're talking about external things that we take and we put on our person. That's not changing a permanent physical feature because you can take your hat off. I can change my socks. So, at
Google
what
the
point?
definition of insecurity right quick, because now y'all got me thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, like I want to hear the technical definition because I may have been telling myself an insecurity is something that's not correct.
That's why I was saying, like, at the beginning, it's hard because when people talk about confidence, like, I don't feel like, because this is my thing, right? I put it on myself to present myself in the best way possible. How you receive it, I don't give a shit. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, I don't care what people think about me or whatever. Long as I feel like I'm being my best self, that's all I need.
Same man.
Okay.
What's that definition?
So the definition of an insecurity is uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence.
Okay, so it's not insecurity; it's an attachment on my end.
But it says an uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, also known as a lack of confidence. So therefore, if you are anxious when you don't have your hat, if you have anxiety about not having your hat, therefore you have a lack of confidence in that area.
That's
Yeah.
tricky, man. Because you get my point of view though.
I do get you.
I'm
I do
very
get your point of
confident
view.
in my head shape and my hair. I love my hair actually. Nobody see it, but I take care of my hair. I'm very confident about all of this. So I don't have no confident issue with my head shape, my hair, my forehead, like nothing. Like I really don't. So that's the part that's confusing. I think it's more, if that's the definition of insecurity, maybe so.
So-
but for me personally, I think as soon as it turned gray, it's on, boy. I'm shaking these gray ass
So
dreads.
okay, so therefore
I don't care if
you
my shit go back like Stevie Wonder.
that's
I'm
insane. You would think
shaking
that would be
these
an
gray
insecurity.
ass dreads.
You
I'm
would
just
think
saying.
that would be an insecurity.
I'm just saying.
So, okay. So, what makes people do things? What makes people do something to their body that is considered permanent? What makes them do that versus some kind of external thing?
I think that's for sure. If you go to the extreme of like, man, I ain't trying to make people mad, but like a BBL, right? Let's go on the lighter side. Let's say a mommy get a, what is it called, mommy makeover?
Mommy makeover, tummy tuck.
I think that's okay. I don't think that's an insecurity. You know, babies do some women, you know, pretty rough, you know, and they want to go back to looking like they did before the baby. You went back to what you did before the baby. I don't think that's an insecurity. Now, when you going to add some yams and sweet potato and potato salad on your backside, a whole bunch, I think that's an insecurity because you changed yourself from one way to something completely different that made you feel more secure with all this ass. You get what I'm saying? So it's like certain cosmetics, I don't think they
I can
derive
agree
from
with
it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you got some women, man, oh my gosh, I know so many women that'll get a boob job. And then a year later, they're not happy with it. That's because you went so far from what your norm was. Now, let's say you had a baby, you got a little C cup, but the baby, you know, sucked them hoes dry. Little orangutan titties. Man, I gotta be more serious. And you get a cosmetic done, and you go back to a C, and now they just perky how they were before the kid. I don't think that's an insecurity.
So-
you just went back to how you were.
But so,
Now, if you got some big old F's,
now at that point, that's a health concern.
right?
If you're getting a breast reduction because you in a F cup or whatever, now at that point, that's just a health concern because now you're developing back problems
Now,
and
some
stuff
people
like that.
go both ways with training. Once again, some people got it because they were insecure about their big titties. Some people did get it because it hurt their back. But some, I had a particular young lady say, well, and she wasn't big, but her titties were so big, it did make her look kind of big because they was big. They make me look fat. So she was insecure about it. Now, I can see the illusion of it, and me coming from that non-judgmental kind of person, like, oh, you ain't fat. You just got some big old titties.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But in her head, it made her look fat, which turned into an insecurity. So that's a real thin line between those, though. Like it's
Absolutely.
yeah. Like now, I'm really thinking about it. I just want try to be a secure because you know nowadays it's my body. I can do what I want.
Right.
Right? You're right. You're 100%
My body, my choice.
cool. But dealing with that insecurity and a lack of confidence, man, that can lead to so much other mental things. So you got to keep it real with yourself. Am I really doing this because it's my body because I want to?
Right.
Or is this an insecurity? You get what I'm
Because,
saying?
like I said, there's always something better.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. Men definitely have insecurities, but I think our insecurities are less physical most of the time. We probably more insecure. Like some men are insecure about the amount of money they make. They feel like they don't make enough money,
yeah.
or you know, just different, or not being able to perform, or like different kind of stuff. Because I look at it like this: men judge themselves in the mirror. Women judge themselves on Instagram. So when you look in the mirror, you see what you see. And you say, okay, I'm good here, I'm good here, I'm good here. I could be better there, whatever. It's more realistic. It's not always realistic, but it's more realistic. women judge themselves off of other women and what they think men like. Because this dude did a video one time. And he asked like a shit ton of women, like, do you think men prefer natural or BBL? Of course, 99.9% of the women said BBL. Most of the men said natural. And we know this is true. But women think we like that long term. They don't understand. It's like, and I told a chick this one time, like it's like this. Even if you drive a Lexus and you drive by a Mercedes dealership, you still gonna look and see what they got on the lot. But you love your Lexus.
Right.
You chose a Lexus. You went and bought a Lexus. But if you pass by a Ferrari dealership, you be like, oh, I got a new Testarossa out there. Okay, cool. You're gonna take a look.
It was a little gander.
Yeah. So, and I think that gets women confused because they do get attention. Because that's the first thing they'll say. Oh, well, men must like it because I get a lot of attention. Yeah, you get a lot of attention, but you're not getting no ring. You're not getting no security. You're not getting no relationship. You still single. You just getting a lot of sex.
And I look at it like this, and again, I ain't trying to, offend nobody, but if I see I see women all fake and jazzed up. You done got your BBL, you done got your titties done, them eyelashes, that hair, makeup, but you want a real nigga though.
That makes sense.
So to a real nigga, looking at all that, and let's be honest here, you don't answer because you married. But you better stay your boy. But when you see all that fakeness, what's the first thing that go through Trace Johnson Jr. head?
Man, she don't need all that.
But then what's your intentions for her?
What's my intentions for her?
What you want with her?
Well, you got to be more specific now.
These titties, this ass, he gets hair. You look good and fake. Mm-hmm. You want to gal her and put a ring on her? You want to knock it down?
No, I'm just trying to knock it down.
But they don't think so. I'm sorry, it's not too many real niggas that get attracted by that. It's just what it is. You are 99% fake, but you want a real man.
But that goes by the same thing. Is you are what you attract. The ones that do that typically attract the men who do that. And it may not be with physical appearance. It may be them compensating for other things to make them more desirable. Making more money, have a bigger house, have nice cars, have jewelry, have designer clothing and stuff like that. And those are typically the ones who
those men who do that, they insecure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I got in a debate on that too. I got money, I can do. Man, no. To me, there is an insecurity somewhere. Just because you have money like that, it does not mean you have to be showy like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What are you trying to compensate for? Mm-hmm. That in my head, I don't know. That's my opinion. I'm not saying it's right because I know good and well with my confident ass, Charles, I shit you not. I'm going to play that Powerball tonight. If I hit, I'm going to be sitting in this chair looking just like I look today.
Oh, yeah.
When we done, I'm going to pull y'all niggas to the side. I'm going to sign a contract. Listen, I won, what is it, $300 million. I need a contract of privacy and secrecy. We can never speak of this. Mm-hmm. I ain't got to show shit. My confidence is on 1,000. Mm-hmm. I don't care about that. I'm going to keep on driving them same vehicles I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, because I'm not trying to, what I get out of showing everybody I got money? I'm not.
I think that showing everybody that you got something that they don't have, it's just like, what are you doing there for? What are you trying to prove to somebody else that
exactly
I got this and you don't have this?
Yeah, so what I'm asking is that to me that's an insecurity of some sort. I don't know of what, but
what can it be aside from that? And some men can argue, well, that's just my preference. That's just my prerogative.
Wasn't your preference before you had that money?
Since I got it, I can do it. What's the point in me having this money if I don't go out and enjoy it and buy the things that I want to buy?
Let me tell you, Tracy get that money because you're here, real dude. He get that money. Tracy gonna buy a couple more cameras.
Oh yeah, off top.
Mm-hmm. He gonna buy a couple more shoes. He may get a light, a ring light. He gonna spoil that baby. He's going to get a Hellcat. Not because he's showy. That's just been what he's been wanting
just
for
been wanting.
years.
Well, we've already established he's
You
a
know?
boy.
So what I'm saying, if they watched them earlier episodes,
You can't be official.
That's
you can't be official
crazy.
fuckboy if you
Yeah,
don't
you
have
right.
a
I
Hellcat.
cannot
but what
be a
I'm saying
fuckboy
is,
until I have a
to me,
that's
most
crazy.
secure and real people that got money, they're going to increase and do the things that they like. Like for
Absolutely.
me, I'm gonna have 1,000 hats. I like to fish. I already got 100 fishing poles. I'm gonna have 200. I'll probably get a boat. I would give me a very nice boat because that's what I enjoy. Now, who know I got this boat? Probably us. You know
But
what I'm
see,
saying?
you just described things that you said, just like with me. I would get some more cameras. I would get
Because
some
that's
more
what
lights.
you were before you got the money.
Exactly. And those are internal things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things that I keep within the privacy of my home.
Yes.
Those are not things that I necessarily have to take outside to present myself to everybody that I have these things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go and buy a bunch of designer stuff or a whole bunch of cars and stuff like that. Like you said, I bought things that I enjoy that make me happy. Not only that make me happy, but if this is something that I normally do, these are also things that can make me money as well.
Yeah.
So it's like that plays a part also.
So to me, that at that point, that's a sense of security, because
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
doing the things that you normally do, just at a bigger scale. It's kind of like crew college gonna be paid for.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put a trust fund to the side. That's things people don't see.
Yeah. But
Now,
that's
let's say-
stuff that's already being put in, that's being worked on.
Now
though.
let's say he get that money and oh man, he just go buy some big red boots. That's the thing now. Is that what they call?
Damn
Oh
Mario.
man, them goddamn
You know,
yeah.
go buy
I
the
call
big
Mario
red
boots.
boot, and you just completely change who Tracy was before the money. Off top, that showed me Tracy was insecure.
or this one. Just like they say money don't change you, it changes the people around you. See, here's my thing about that. If all of a sudden I get this money, but yet I claim for y'all to be my boys, my family or whatever, and I just completely leave y'all high and dry and start going hang out with the people who got money now.
Yeah. That's you changing.
Yeah.
What did I do that for? So did that at this point now that I got all this money, when people do that, does that now make them insecure about hanging around the people who don't? So all of a sudden I'm ashamed of y'all.
I
It's an
think
insecurity
they were
I have.
insecure in who they were from the beginning, and they wanted to be like the rich folk. This is my thing.
Absolutely.
This is my thing. Let's say real scenario. We hit. You know, y'all. I'm gonna rock with y'all till death. That's just what it is. Now I'm gonna say, hey, Tracy, Charles, we're gonna go to this rich folks party, but this is what we need to do. We need to map out how they got their money, and once we figure out how they got their money, we're gonna execute their plan and make more money for us, right? So if I go to them rich people, y'all niggas coming with me. My crew,
Exactly.
all the South Side coming with me. LaPorte, everywhere I've been, my niggas coming with me. The niggas I rock with. You know, I'm not gonna leave y'all behind and they normal. They average. They make 80,000. No. We about to dress up just like them. We about to act just like them, so we can see how they got their 30 million. You get what I'm saying?
Because this is the thing. And people say that. They say money don't change you, it changes people around you. I think that's not completely true. I think that can be true in some cases.
I think that accentuates who you already were.
Money makes you more of who you are. Because if
Yes,
you
that
think
too.
about it, that person that got that 300 million, whether it's a lotto, whether it's they went to pro or whatever the case, suddenly got all this money, and now they acting different. They always thought they were better than you, but they was just insecure about trying to be around those other people. That's why they hung around you. Now they have the confidence. They feel like they can go hang around them other type
So
of
really, what they have become is what they always wanted to be.
what they always wanted to be and what they always were. But because the same thing with like buying all the different stuff. We see that now. People be broke. They get their tax money, go buy Balenciaga, go buy Louis. They do it now. So what you think gonna happen when they get that money? They gonna lose their mind. And they think that makes them something. Cause like just like the example I gave about the Gucci shirt, like they feel like that makes because I got on a Gucci shirt, I'm somebody. But for us, like real people, real men like ourselves, we don't attach ourselves to that kind of stuff. Not saying that you don't have it or might not even want it, but it's for a different reason. You want it because you just so happen to want it. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
But have you noticed though that the lack of confidence and the insecurities comes more from the upper class? Have you noticed
Hell
that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Niggas in the hood ain't their confidence strong. Their security is very solid. Especially as an adult, man, most of the insecure people are the ones we think are well off. You know
Why?
Huh?
You know why?
That's
Because
it.
privilege is real and they know it. They try to deny it, but they know it's real. Because a lot of them know that they probably not really the type of person to get that. Like a person who has a natural hustle mentality, they know they can go get it. I can go get it any kind of way. But a lot of those people had it handed to them, or they had something done to put them in that position, and they feel like they don't really deserve it. That's why they insecure about it.
Now, I just noticed usually it's people that in your eye you think, why in the hell would you be insecure? Like even the lifestyle of the rich and famous, those are the ones who get most of the surgeries now. Man, I ain't even trying to be funny, but look at Lil' Kim, bro. What in the hell type of insecurity did you have to have that many surgeries to make yourself look like that? When to us, she looked completely. I think anyway, she looked fine. So that was an internal insecurity within herself. Or let's use, which I think this one cool, Sammy Sosa and A-Rod. Have you saw Sammy Sosa? How he changed his skin?
That boy as white as that stripe on his shirt.
Have you saw him?
Man, nah, I have not.
Yeah, like what insecurity did you have to make you? I don't know what happened. You say you bleached his skin, but no one knows. But why would you did something? A-Rod, have y'all saw him lately?
I haven't seen him.
A-Rod by my color.
Man, I don't
So
understand.
what is it in you, rich Hall of Fame baseball players?
So do you think they just do it because they got the money to do it, and maybe they just like
No, it's an insecurity. I'm just trying to
everybody
think, like, why? What?
know.
For you change your whole appearance of an insecurity when the world is literally in your hand, but you more concerned about the texture and shades of your skin.
Man, look, to kind of close it out, it's there can be a fine line between the preference and the insecurity. I think a lot of people would debate you till they blue in the face when it comes to that. And I guess if that's what you like, that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no reason for us to go back and try to convince you of why you shouldn't like something or why you shouldn't do this. Now, obviously, we can't change the world. We can only try to help the people that are around us who feel that way about certain things. And like you said, reassure them or, just kind of let them find out the hard way. But ultimately, you just have to find that within yourself to be confident in your own skin. And if you're going to do something, I don't think you should just full-fledged try to change who you are as an overall person. Because I feel like once you just kind of go left and start changing any and everything about your complete just complexion or look overall, I do truly feel like you then just become a totally different person. Because that's essentially what you're trying to be. You're trying to be a different person.
I mean, I'll close it out by saying like you said, some people say, well, it's just what I wanted to do, right? If it was cool, I just want people to, and it don't have to be discussed with no one else. Have a conversation with yourself. Is this really what I want to do? Or is this an insecurity? Because if it's an insecurity, man, try to figure it out. Because it's only going to snowball and lead to more and more cosmetics or more surgeries or even, I had a friend of mine that was had eczema. So his fix was he tatted his whole body. Now he's even more ashy. know what? Edit that out because that's not nice. No, fuck you. Leave it in there. I know this nigga.
Hey, they really just trying to future-proof themselves.
That's it.